Hey guys, I wanted to take a moment today and show you this house. This is a new YouTube show called The Green Stuff, and I want to showcase green living lifestyles. The theme of today's episode is put your money where your mouth is. So I want to show you guys this lifestyle and all the green features and how I live. So the first thing I want to show you guys today is the living wall. It's one of my favorite things about the house. Living walls are fascinating. They produce oxygen, they offset heat island effect, and they're quite lovely, they're quite beautiful. So I love where it's located. It's one of the first things I can see when I walk into the house. And we're gonna take a look at it. So this is called a living wall. It's also known as a vertical garden, and basically what it is a wall where you have your plants growing vertically instead of in planters. Why would anybody want to do this? Well, if they're in an urban setting with a limited amount of area to work with, you can maximize how many plants you can get into your house by putting them up vertically on a wall instead of in planters. This is a living wall that I built myself, and I'm very excited about it. Put a lot of time and care, a lot of labor of love into this. Basically, when I bought the house, I looked at this fence, and the first thing I thought is I want to put in a living wall right here. I spoke to some companies locally in Miami that do this, and price seemed kind of expensive to do it from a professional company. So I did some research, and I figured out this is how I can do this myself. Basically, at the core of the living wall is this guy. We have an individual planter right here. It's made with hooks to be able to hook on the back. So I did some research. I found the right size aluminum flat bar that would fit with it. Did some calculations, bought several hundred of these, and got them imported into Miami. Once I had them built, once I had them shipped, I basically constructed this entire mechanism, and it's complete with a self-irrigating system. So over here, we've got a self-irrigating timer, and I can set this right here for exactly how long I want this to irrigate. So we've got it set right now to irrigate twice a day for 2 minutes, and we're gonna do 1 minute of irrigation just to get the sense of it. So we've got a whole variety of plants. And all these were bought right here in South Florida, in Homestead, and they're made for this specific function. So you see the water coming in from the pipe, coming up the wall, and getting distributed through the plumbing lines. And to make sure that we have enough pressure, we're using these pressure compensating taps. So all the water comes and irrigates through the entire wall. So this beautiful living wall right here is effectively maintenance free. All I had to do is build it, set it up, and enjoy its beauty. So every green home needs a green power source. Here we've got this beautiful solar system. We've got 11.7 kilowatts, 41 panels, got 3 rows of 13 panels coming across this way, plus 2 at the end. And basically what we did here is cover the entire roof. The beautiful thing about this type of house, it's a flat roof. The entire solar array covers the entire roof, basically helps the roof against the sun's heat and against the degradation of the roof from the sun, and it's completely invisible from the ground. So nobody would ever know that this solar array is here, for those folks that are concerned about the aesthetics of a solar system. This solar system uses solar edge inverter plus DC power optimizers, which means that under every one of these solar panels, there's a little black box called a DC optimizer. It's not an inverter, it's DC in, DC out, and it allows us to monitor the power production of every individual solar panel in addition to the power production of the system as a whole. We've got all the panels right here mounted on the rails, all coming together into a combiner box right over here. And then through the conduits, it goes from the roof down into the inverter that's mounted on the walls. So this is a solar system's inverter. Every solar system needs an inverter. Basically, solar panels produce direct current out of sunshine, but our homes and buildings use alternating current. So every solar system needs an inverter to change DC power into AC power. This is a solar edge inverter, which also allows us to have panel level monitoring and optimization. In addition to the inverter, we have the bidirectional net meter from FPL. This is where the energy is counted, whether it comes from the grid to the house or from the house to the grid. If we look at the meter, we're going to see it cycle through the letters DEL and REC. DEL stands for delivered, meaning power that came from the grid to the house. REC stands for received, meaning power that went from the house to the grid. And a system that has DEL value equal close to the REC value means that it was sized correctly, means that we're producing roughly the same amounts as the house is consuming. So I wouldn't really be able to call this a green home if I came home and drove a regular gas guzzling car. So basically what we have here is my car. This is my Tesla Model 3, which is an all-electric vehicle. Very simply, when I get home, I plug it in to this electrical car charger. I've got my Tesla charger right here. Open up the port, plug it in. And when I wake up in the morning, I've got a full battery reserve. Never have to stop at a gas station again unless I'm buying windshield wiper fluid. So I meet people a lot and I talk to people a lot about green lifestyle and living with solar. And a lot of folks feel like that necessarily means that they have to sacrifice a lot of the things about their lifestyle and their creature comforts. And I really like to believe in the philosophy that nobody has to sacrifice anything. They can still live in a home that's quite nice and pleasant. They can still drive a car that's very nice to drive, and all while doing the green thing, if it's an electric car or if it's a house that's powered by solar.